every operatic masterpiece has to have intensity if it's to hold its spot in the repertoire. For some masterpieces, you can only feel their intensity if you're able to appreciate the way the singers sing their music. That's because the composers of those masterpieces preferred to use their vocal music rather than their orchestral music for conveying that intensity. For other masterpieces, it's true that you can feel their intensity from the emotions in the singers' voices and the melodies of the music by immersing yourself into them head-on. Nevertheless, being able to appreciate the way the singers sing their music will make it significantly easier for you to pick up the intensity. In an opera, the style of singing, the type of sound the singers make, and the sound produced by the orchestra are all equal partners in creating its overall intensity. Hence, I regard the styles of opera singing as vocal boosters. The first vocal booster I'm presenting is vocal horsepower. Vocal horsepower is a style of opera singing which revolves around penetrative power and weight. This is the style of opera singing you might have heard before. It's the style used when opera singers scream or shriek in Italian at the top of their voices without a microphone. Have you wondered how people could possibly enjoy that kind of thing? Every one of us likes a good demonstration of physical powers, don't we? To me, one of the peaks of human ability is the ability of an opera singer, male or female, to enable his or her voice to soar over a fully fledged orchestra, whichever threatens to overpower it with its sound and relay it to everybody present in the hall with them. In the case of those singers specializing in vocal horsepower, I experience a thrill when I feel their gigantic voices pierce through my ears to my heart as they commit their vocal reserves. It gets even better during the ensembles when the composers give a few singers the chance to compete with each other in terms of stamina and power. Hearing the combat scenes is like watching a bout in a combat sport, while hearing the love scenes is like watching a superhero movie where the hero and heroine defy the world. With such stamina and power, won't the lead singers sound even more convincing as heroes and villains? To give you an idea what the experience of vocal horsepower feels like, I'll be showing you a musical excerpt from Verdi's La Forza del Destino. This excerpt is from the last of the duets between the baritone and the tenor from the final act in the opera. The baritone, Don Carlo di Vargas, has arrived at the monastery to search for the man who killed his father and ruined the honor of his sister. That man, Don Alvaro, is the tenor who had joined the monastery. Don Carlo, grimly determined to avenge his father and sister, tried to challenge Don Alvaro to a duel. Despite Don Carlo's taunts and insults, Don Alvaro refused to fight him. Seeing that no provocation will work, Don Carlo slapped Don Alvaro in the face to insult him for one last time before leaving. Enraged, Don Alvaro accepted Don Carlo's challenge. In this excerpt you'll be listening to, both Don Alvaro and Don Carlo are expressing their emotions about the upcoming duel. This duel will be to the death, so their emotions are naturally running very high. Both Don Alvaro and Don Carlo look forward to their duel, where they can settle things once and for all by killing the other party, hopefully at the cost of their lives. Both characters had been burdened. Don Alvaro had been tormented with regret and guilt for causing the death of Don Carlo's father and dishonoring his sister, which led him to join the monastery. Don Carlo had been weighed down by his duty as a Spanish nobleman to uphold his family's honor. For this excerpt, although this is a very powerful scene, the focus here is not on the characters' emotions, but on the way the singers are expressing them. This excerpt is a vocal duel before the physical duel between the characters. It's an example of the combat scene I mentioned, where you have the two singers here, tenor Franco Corelli in the role of Don Alvaro, and baritone Ettore Bastianini in the role of Don Carlo, competing with one another to see whose voice can overpower the others. Both singers are exercising their vocal horsepower. Can you feel how gigantic their voices are? And can you also feel how their voices pierce right through your ears to your heart? Don't you experience the thrill which comes after? This is the fun of the experience of vocal horsepower, which is heightened when both singers bring the full weights of their voices down on each other like their vocal swords. And now to let you try it. What you've just listened to is a live demonstration by two operatic titans. Can't you feel how abundant their vocal horsepower was? That demonstration was in Italy more than 50 years ago, so you can imagine how good the recording technology was. Yet, the impact of their singing can still come true. Isn't this sufficient proof of their superpowers? It's simply tragic that I could only give this mere fraction of their superlative rendition of this musical number to ensure the manageability of this introduction. If you had fun watching this video, please help me like it. If you'd like to continue chasing this series, please subscribe to my channel. If you wish to express your views about it or discuss it further, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you and stay tuned.